struggles and strifes in the past year, particularly in the build-up to the ANC's 54th conference that was held in December, but basically saying that this is time for renewal, this is time to rebuild, and that the ANC needs to move forward. And he said in particularly it was important for him to go to the grave, pay his respects and homage to Dr. John Langalibalele Dube. And you remember, and our viewers might remember, that back in 1994, the late stalwart of the ANC, an icon, the late President Nelson Mandela, that he decided to cast his first vote at Ohlange, and he then went to the grave of Dr. John Langalibalele Dube, where he said, Mr. President, I came to tell you that South Africa is now free. And those were the famous words that he said. And since then, it has been a place where ANC leaders, at a time when they need to go and reflect, and they say they use that opportunity to go and speak to the leaders, to tell them on the progress of the ANC during difficult times. It was important for them that as they start this year, it's going to be a very, very busy year for the ANC as well. It's 2018, you know that the focus now probably be shifting to 2019 towards the national elections. And so they needed to basically go back and see where these leaders are resting as a way of just getting back that energy to say, now we've spoken to our leaders and let us now move forward. He also spoke about the fact that it was a difficult conference and there was concerns that it may have collapsed, saying that the ANC leaders, he hopes that the top six that was elected and the leadership in the entirety that was elected at the conference is one that is going to unite the ANC. And he then spoke about KwaZulu-Natal, as we know that it's a province that has certainly had its challenges, just reiterating his message that he's continuously said how important the province of KwaZulu-Natal is. And he's saying that there has to be a unity, particularly in a province as big as KwaZulu-Natal, moving forward, then extending not only to KwaZulu-Natal but just to across the country to members of the ANC, to say that this is important year. Mistakes were made along the way, and this is a time to get their house in order. This is the time that the ANC needs to get back on track, saying that it would be disappointing for these giants for them to see the state that the ANC was in, and that he hopes that moving forward that they'll be able to work towards a South Africa that was envisaged by these giant leaders of the liberation struggle. Now, right now, I'm at KwaDukuza, at KwaDukuza Stenga, and this is where behind me another giant of this liberation movement, Dr. Luthuli, Chief Albert Luthuli, lies here, and next to him, of course, is his wife, Nogukanya Luthuli. And the program now is that as soon as the president arrives, some of the officials have arrived. The chairperson, Gwedemantash, the TG, they are here now. The deputy president, Mabuza, they're all going to gather here, as well as the NEC NEC members that were following them. They are all now converged here at the church. But they're going to start off here, where they will then come and pay homage, where they will lay wreaths here at the grave of Chief Albert John Luthuli, and thereafter they will then make their way inside the church behind us, where there'll then be a short service. There is just a few members of the ANC that have gathered here as well, and again it's expected that the President Cyril Ramaphosa will then address the ANC members who are here. But yeah, certainly gone off very smoothly since the start of the day. We've seen leaders, particularly here in KwaZulu-Natal, I must say, that once would not even share a room together, that hadn't spoken for many months. We saw them come together from Ohlange, and they'll also be making their way here. And this is something that even when earlier on when we spoke to ANC NEC member Begi Cele, he said that at some point the comrades would not even be able to spend time in a room together. They would not talk, and some had not spoken for a long time. And he really hoped that this was the time now that moving forward he sees people coming together, he sees the leaders of the ANC coming together, and also showing their members on the ground that it's time for the ANC to unite and rebuild and move forward. Nzinga.
Ayanda Mhlongo coming to us live there, following ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa as they prepare for the 106th anniversary of the ANC. Of course, that's going to take place in the Eastern Cape, and the SABC will keep you updated in the lead up and obviously at that event. That's a wrap from Midday Report. Thanks so much for joining us. I'll be back at the top of the hour with more news. Bye for now.